Yeah, hit it.
Oh, we're
It
live
start.
now. Yep.
Is it? Oh God, it's just
We're
live.
we're
Oh,
just
okay, just here.
We are alive. Oh yeah, I didn't unmute you. You fool. Now talk. Now talk.
Hello.
No, this is too scary.
Oh Jesus. Okay, I'm loud, but I'm here.
Yeah, sure.
I'm always loud. That's my problem. I need to find my volume, but this light is too bright. Where's my volume button? Knob. Switch.
Squirrels. It's not Nessie.
Okay, I turned the gain down a shit ton. Is that any better?
It
Yeah, that's
looks
better.
like you're at the same level as I am.
Okay, I mean, that's ideal. Rebecca, Zach, Nathaniel, Tim, the man that packs. What's up, everybody?
Squirrel and stone mantis all made it. Mantis. Sprint doesn't like us apparently. Not Ogopogo either.
We did an Ogopogo episode already,
Yeah, we've already done that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did because I had a whole bit about the Ogopogo logo. It's coming back to me. It's been like a year and a half. Maybe it wasn't that long, but I mean, fucking basically, right? It's the same. It's the same thing. Hello, Paige.
Season 1, really?
No,
Nah.
no. That had to have been at least season 3, I think. Gotta go to my playlists here. Hold up. Oh, I just started playing it. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, maybe it was season 2 because I don't see it in season 3. Maybe honestly, it's probably season 1. If anybody was gonna know, it'd be fucking him. I don't know why I questioned it.
Hey, Paige. What's up?
Season 2, episode 10. See, he's got it. There it is. I mean, look, they're all basically the same thing. I'm gonna say that y'all are right. Like we're splitting hairs here if I tell you you're wrong. Like you know.
I'm not gonna argue with Nathaniel. That's for sure.
I mean, fucking, how's everybody doing? It's been a little bit.
It's been a
You know,
while.
I gotta wait a little bit for the stream delay for y'all to hear me and reply and stuff. But like, hi.
It's been so long that my mic is getting all dusty.
Well, that's
Gross.
just not related at all. The amount of time that we spend playing video games anyway. So
Dusty, yeah.
no, please argue with me. Oh dear God.
Hey,
What's up?
I was looking at the Patreon today,
Yeah.
and I thought, boy, these people are very generous. I don't deserve this, but 2 people, David and Evan, need to update their card information if they want to. I'm just saying, I'm okay if you're done.
If
I'm
you're
just
done,
saying,
you're done.
if you don't
For the
know,
record,
your card is expired, and you're not paying
I think it probably
us.
sends them an email, so you don't need to put them on blast like
Oh,
that,
really?
brother.
Okay.
Surely it
Patreons,
notifies them.
I mean, who reads emails?
I mean, that's valid. It's whatever.
Archaic messaging.
Archaic. Hey, at least it's not fucking sending letters to your house. Expect me to read that shit. I mean, we can just dive in if you're ready.
Sure, but I have to do the introduction.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because Nathaniel, he didn't specifically call you out. So yeah, I'm sure.
Good, Nathaniel. I'll let you know. It's doing my job as customer.
I mean, I'll text you on your cell. I'm surprised I don't fucking have your cell phone number, to be honest. All right, you ready, Connor?
Nope. I hate this. This is my least favorite part of the show.
Hey, did everybody notice that Connor got a haircut?
I did get a haircut.
I'm gonna put that out there real quick. Okay, so you hate what?
I hate starting the show without the music. It's unnatural.
Ba 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 na da
Mm.
da na da da na da da
Oh,
ba.
for sure. Okay.
Oh, are you just listening to music on your own?
I was just going through it in my head. It's still awkward because now it's even more awkward.
Now again, I don't agree with like the band-aid except for like in this situation. You just fucking do it
You just
and then
gotta tear it off.
you
Yeah,
just
I
gotta fucking do it.
understand.
This one's it's fucking rough.
It's surprisingly uncomfortable. Welcome back to Counting Cryptids. We're finally recording another episode live on YouTube.
Yes, it has been a little while.
Yeah, it's been nearly 2 months, I think.
No, I think it's
I think our last one came
month
out
and a
in
half.
May. Yeah, let's go
Okay.
with less than 2 months, but not by much. Today we're covering the Lake Pepin monster, or Peppy.
Peppy.
You first
When
thought
you
pee-pee?
first when you first texted me this, I read it as pea pie, and I was like, yes, I'm in. So I was very disappointed
Pee-pie.
when it was Peppy, but it's fine.
I like pea pie. I never even thought about that.
It was a good tie-in with the peepaw jokes,
Yeah,
fucking taking
peepaw.
it back a couple of months.
Peepaw and our
So,
lake monster, Peppy.
yep, exactly.
Pepe Le Pew.
I honestly, I had not made that connection at all. Did not even once cross my
Nope.
mind.
There's that squirrel in the chat's on top of it. So what is it? This lake monster we are speaking of? Describe it to me. 'Cause
Boy, that
I
would
wish
be
I
a tough
knew.
thing for me to do. There's really not a lot here. It's kind of frustrating. I mean, as far as a description, it's, when you think of a lake monster, that's it. There you go. You got it.
That's lake monster in a lake. This one just
Um,
happens to be on the Mississippi.
yeah, that I went through a whole existential crisis in my mind because it is on the Mississippi. It's not like, you know what I mean? It was just like, wait, so there's just like a part of the Mississippi River that is this lake. But then like remembering how lakes work, I'm like, yeah, because, you know, that's how they
It has to
fucking
work.
they have to be fed by a body of water somewhere.
Though I don't
So,
believe it's fed by the Mississippi, is it?
yeah, what do you
I thought
the
it was.
Missis
I thought I
it's
read
like
that it was
it's on the Mississippi.
just
Like
like
literally
it's
Mississippi
just a
runs and
wide
it's
part on the Mississippi.
yeah, so there's like a basin where it spreads out and it fills it, and so that's the lake, and then that continues on the other side of that. I spent a lot of time looking at maps and distances between locations for some research that is honestly
Okay.
hardly related. That I will get into a lot at the end.
I mean, is it too is this infringing on some of your research if I tell them that it's 22 miles long and 2 miles wide
Nope.
and it sits between the Wisconsin and Minnesota, like it's on the border?
Yes. The size of the lake is like very similar to Loch Ness as well.
Yeah, I think Loch
I
Ness is
can see that.
23 miles long.
Yeah, by like 2.5 or something. Like it's a very similar size, but the depth is nowhere near
Not
the same. Loch
close,
Ness
yeah.
is like, yeah, the deepest point's like 700 feet or something, and then this one's like 90 feet. Like it's not.
65, yeah. Average of 25.
Yeah, it's not crazy, but like it's it's a lake. It's there.
It's a lake. It exists. It contains water and possibly
Yep,
monsters.
yes. This isn't too far away from us either. So I did look up how far away it would be. So like if you and I wanted to take a road trip, it's like 3 hours and 45 minutes. Like
That's
we get
not
there
bad at all.
from my house. It's really not. So I will talk about this later. But if you wanted to go on that tour, that is a thing that we could very feasibly do in a day.
Just want to talk to this guy.
Well, do you mean is that where we start off, or do you want to start off
Fuck.
talking
We
about
can't
like what it
start
looks like?
there.
Okay, well you tell me where to start. Then you bought the book.
I bought. Yeah. Okay. So
What about a book, guys?
I bought a book because it was like $10 on Amazon, Kindle, however they do things now, and that's why I bought it. So a lot of this are from Chad Lewis and what's the other guy's name? Boy, I think this would be more prevalent. Chad Lewis is the main author, I believe, but there is another
I
author
did see another name, yeah.
that when I get to this part in my notes, Chad Lewis and Noah Voss.
Yes.
This is not a sponsor or affiliate link, but I will put the link in the description of this episode so
Yeah.
you can download it if you feel like you should. It is a pretty good book, actually. Like, there's quite a few different sightings. I'll hit a handful of them here, but definitely go check out that book if you want to learn more about Lake Pepin. And he also writes a bunch of other paranormal and shit.
Yeah. So this book was what Pepe, the lake
Pepe,
monster
yeah.
of the Mississippi River.
Correct.
And so there's a nearly a 100% chance that we did not mention this at all in the episode, but he is also the author of The Van Meter Visitor, A True and Mysterious Encounter with the Unknown.
We also may have seen him speak.
Also might have met the man at the Van Meter Visitor Festival in 2018 and 2019, because he definitely led the tours in 2019. Nash spoke in 2019. I do not recall.
Did he? I don't
Yeah,
remember that.
it was. I remember him
before...
being there, and I talked to him, but
Yeah,
I don't remember. I saw him on the list of speakers, but I don't remember like seeing him speak, because I would have stuck around for that. And then like, there's also things like, why the fuck haven't we had him on the show? And then I'm like, he's probably trying to be like a reputable human being and not associated with our dusty asses. Like, this.
Very true. Hey, I got a delivery, everybody.
Sick.
Thanks, Amazon. I don't know. God, I should just start using my own affiliate link if we get one.
Hey, there you go. Just set one up.
Make money
off
spending money. Hey. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of these come from that book. But anyway, you can find on other websites articles that mention this lake monster dating back to the Dakota Native American tribe. Apparently, they stopped making their birch bark boats because they were too thin-walled to keep out. It would be punctured by the Pepe's teeth. So they changed to more dugout-style boats because the holes were thicker.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
No way of verifying that
anybody.
piece of information. Yeah, that one's tough. I saw that everywhere, but I have very little way to. Actually,
not even a name associated with it.
Even the names that I've associated with anything on some of the stuff later that I'll get into is a little bit. A
little sus.
Yeah.
Also, there's quite a bit of mentioning of. That's not how you say that at all. Mentioned often is Father Louis Hennepin. He was like a priest as well as an adventurer for France in like the 1600s.
But you say also does that mean like he like the Crusades, like he's going around and being like,
I think he's
worship God or die, like
okay,
is that what that is? Or
let me pull this picture up and then we can decide. So this.
Oh yes, that's exactly what this is then.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure he's doing some scouting and like claiming the land for the French, but at the same time he's trying to convert all these Native Americans to Christianity. So like the American Crusades.
Okay.
Apparently, he was up around this region, and according to Chad Lewis, who quotes Father Hennepin, he saw a huge serpent as big as a man's leg and 7 or 8 feet long. I I don't know. I don't know about that.
I mean,
But this painting
fish.
here is like not like this painting is like the only thing in relation to him and this area that I could find. And this painting was done in 1905.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yes, yeah. So I don't this is not proof of anything.
It is not, but it is mentioned in a couple of places. You know, most of the shit. Hi, Joni, the cat. Uh, most of the articles are all like local Minnesota like news websites posting very similar things about this lake monster. Um,
Correct.
which you know,
Or
like
this
as
book.
far as well, honestly, as far as sources go, like it's a lot more refutable, I think, than like 80% of where we're getting all our other information. You know what I mean? Like half the stuff we're doing is like you got robot voices on with the black
Okay, you didn't have that website.
background with the white text and all this ridiculous stuff.
I
God,
that
no.
one I sent you the picture of the log that the guys are driving around taking
Okay,
pictures
yeah,
of
but
in their boat.
that's not yeah, because it's literally a picture of a log.
Yeah, but they say it's a log. Like they're
No,
not
because I
confused.
sent you the next one. Those guys are towing the log.
Yeah. The comments on that was pretty funny. Like, isn't it illegal to take wood out of the river? Bro, what?
So no, it's a lake monster because it's in Lake Pepin, which is the lake is on the Mississippi. So river monster, lake monster, but it's if it's named after the lake, so I'm gonna go with the technicality of a lake monster here.
I mean, yeah, we could have gotten into much more research, I guess, and just all of the monsters in the Mississippi, but
Well, I mean, again, like you know, it's described as there's allegedly other stuff in the Mississippi, other sightings of this in the Mississippi River, I believe, but everything that I'm aware of was more centered around
like Pepin,
this.
yeah.
Unless you have more, because you have a lot more of the sightings and stuff in your notes, so maybe you have some stuff that's a little bit further out. But
Yeah.
shrug.
I don't think any of them are outside of the lake.
Okay.
But the earliest sighting that was documented in newspaper was in 1867. I forget
Somewhere,
what the.
yes.
Did you have a name for that?
The first known newspaper account 1867 was from river rafters from St. Louis, Missouri, who reported seeing a large unknown creature in the water. That was all I had on that at all.
Also, all I had, but I was wondering if there was a name to that newspaper because I thought it was in a newspaper.
Uh, yeah, it was said the first known newspaper account was from
Yeah.
August of 18. I specifically looked up the date and like some of that, and I never found the newspaper article that was allegedly the first one from that.
Yeah. Also, so the next one, yeah, that I don't know about that first one. The next one,
Um, a- Real quick, Rebecca. I mean, a flood could make it like to another body of water, but not like nothing crazy. I don't think. I think it'd be like maybe like another like small lake or another like nearby river that would probably empty into that at the same another point. Um, it's not like it's in like the Midwest, so there's not like gonna be anything crazy nearby. Like there's not like unless you like follow it all the way down to like the Gulf of Mexico, like it's not like gonna empty into the like the ocean or anything anywhere throughout there. Um, maybe. Holy Jesus Christ. People, so many people in chat. What's up, everybody? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off here.
no, it's fine.
You started somewhere.
I'm just moving on to the next sighting in my timeline from an article in 1871 titled "Living Curiosity." It just mentions that some sort of creature was described as being somewhere between the size of an elephant and a rhinoceros in the lake. And apparently, the people that saw this were Giles Hyde and C. Page Bonney. And they said that it could swim through the water with great rapidity. And also, the article also claimed that it had been seen on multiple other occasions, but no names or dates were given in regards to those sightings. Just a little snippet of a
Hmm.
article in Living Curiosity.
Because that was what 4 years after. So that was in 71.
Yeah,
And I have another one allegedly from 4 years after that. So in 75, another newspaper described a quote, dark, strange looking object that rose 6 feet out of the water. And allegedly, a large eel was caught later that year, but
yeah.
I don't know
Also,
anything
in
of it.
regards to
Just
that,
an elephant casually swimming around the Mississippi. That one's unheard
uh,
of, bud. It's a cryptid in and of itself.
Mississippi elephants. So that 1875 one was from the Pierce County Herald, and
Oh, you got the paper on it. Nice.
um, it mentions two sightings, but it doesn't elaborate on one of them. But like the other one is allegedly a local by the name of Mr. Hewitt and two young boys. I don't know if they were his. They were.
Okay, presumably, sir. Let's not get
No,
ahead
I
of
wasn't
yourself here.
insinuating anything, but I don't know if it was his kids or like he just like took some of the boys down to teach them how to guide their skiff.
I don't know what that means, but just fucking continue.
So they were going from Lake City to Wakota. When they neared the halfway mark is when they noticed the stark, strange object, and then yeah, that was
Okay,
about
yeah,
it.
that was the one that the same thing that I think just said, I
Right,
think.
right, right. I was just adding some names and things to your sharing.
Yes, 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 yes.
And then I think that the monster just vanished. Right? You have anything before 1980 after 1875? No, I think
I don't believe so.
allegedly
I have. Oh
vanished.
yeah, yeah, yeah. 1987.
I have 1980, but I don't have anything between 1875 and 1980.
So I sent you the image for this article, which was the one that you had up at the beginning of the episode.
Was it
Yes.
this one
So
here?
there's like, yeah, there's like the whole article with it. I wrote it. I can read it. Yeah, that one. So that is originally from the 1987 issue of Durand Courier Wedge. Shout out to Mysterious Universe for posting this. So we're looking at a photo of a lake monster. It's exactly what you would expect it to be. I will have a link to this in the description if you want to see it. So the article reads: Proof positive, conclusive proof of Peppy the lake monster has turned up as evidence by this Polaroid photo taken by an anonymous shutterbug while viewing swans in the Maiden Rock area on November 25th. The inset is a blown up, grainy close up of the creature. The photo was forwarded to the Courier Wedge by Gene S. Diplodocus, who heads I Seen It, an organization dedicated to substantiating claims that a reptilian like beast lurks in the murky waters of Lake Pepin. Diplodocus said that the photo represents conclusive evidence that Peppy indeed exists and seems to be a creature other than a large carp. A few things I want to bring up here. They spell Peppy differently in this article, P-E-P-P-I.
I saw a
I
couple
saw it in
different
one other
spellings.
place, P-E-P-P-Y, only in one other spot.
Yeah.
Again, trying to do any other Google searches for those names just brings me back to Peppy, the way that I had it spelled originally, P-E-P-I-E. Also, secondly, thing very important I want you to take away from this: Diplodocus is a dinosaur and is not a real life human man. As far as I can tell, this guy does not or never existed. Maybe he just has like the most inconvenient name ever for somebody to like try to track him down. But like I don't know if it's a fake name, but as far as I can tell, nobody has ever lived that has that like name. You know what I mean? Like I don't think it's real.
Yeah,
If somebody can prove otherwise. Like I looked for like a good 15, 20 minutes trying to track down if this man existed, and then I started like trying to look on Facebook, and again everything's taking me to like dinosaur groups.
all
It's
right.
fucking
So
hard to find.
in the book, Chad Lewis also mentions that this is suspicious, and he even says, "I sent it" or "I seen it."
Yeah,
Is not a real group.
I
He
couldn't find anything on that either. I did look.
in 2014 he gave the newspaper a call and spoke pretty much only to a receptionist after trying like multiple times to get to like an editor or something.
Mhm.
Um, Apparently, this receptionist claimed that she had worked for the newspaper for over 30 years, which would be long enough to have been around when this was published. But apparently, she didn't know anything about it or the image or the person who sent it. But he did go down a
Mm.
rabbit hole and spend some time trying to figure out who it was. I believe he spoke with somebody else in relation to this, but I didn't read that part. And if you want to read that part, go get the book.
Again, yeah, go get that book. Uh, this is yeah, that's again like it's that name is like what the fuck do you mean? Like there's no way. You got to go with like Smith, right?
Yeah,
You go with like the
Stan
most
Smith.
generic ass fucking name because if I go look that up, I'm gonna find 150 people with that name in that area at that time, and I'll be like, great, it's one of those guys. Like he existed. You know what I mean? Like I
I don't
I don't know.
know. I feel like it's a joke to begin with.
Just kind of taking the piss.
Yeah, and then people
Uh,
start taking it serious, and then you look like an asshat. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome to County Cryptids.
Yeah.
All right, so that was what 87,
Yeah,
I
I've
believe,
got.
was when that article was written.
Yep.
Okay.
I've got one from I think it's 1980, around the
Oh, okay.
1980s. Um, and there's another one I had before 87 as well. So I'll hit those
Oh,
two really quick.
yeah.
The first one here was actually a Wisconsin resident, Chuck Stone, who decided to take his son and daughter out to do some fishing. Shortly after they arrived at the shore, they heard birds causing a ruckus above a spot in the water. Um, it was when he it was that then when he saw what he said was a stovepipe creature that rose from the water and snatched a bird out of the sky before dipping back into the water. He spoke with Chad Lewis in 2014 and said the creature was 10 to 12 inches in diameter and its mouth was wide open. Um, it's He also said that the creature had a flat like head and gray skin like an elephant's, but without the wrinkles.
Like an elephant without the wrinkles, like gray, but like
Yeah,
flat,
like smooth
but gray.
but gray.
Really, like kind of like almost like an elephant seal, sort of. But like that's way too. An elephant seal would be way bigger. You said 10 inches in diameter,
10 to 12.
but it's not scaly. It's like smooth.
I don't know that it's not scaly,
Well, okay, but it's
but
described as like an elephant,
yeah,
but
right.
without the wrinkles. To me,
Like
that
that
that means that it's like
dry,
kind of smooth.
crusty skin, but without the.
Hmm. That is kind of weird.
Very odd. Uh, hmm. There's some things I think we'll look at later that
I have
will.
some thoughts that I
Yeah.
will. Yeah.
Um. The next story, again, described from this book, tells of two young people, a brother and a 14-year-old sister. I don't know how old the brother is. They went to the lake to do some water skiing, which I believe people
That
think
was
was.
invented. That's the birthplace of
Yeah,
water
yeah, yeah.
skiing.
I was gonna
Is
say, I
that this
think.
fucking it was Lake City, Mississippi.
Yeah, it
Lake
is.
Mississippi is right off of this Lake Lake Pepin. Yeah,
Is it Lake City, Mississippi?
Lake City, Mississippi.
I
Yes.
think that's too far south. Yeah,
No,
Minnesota, Lake City, Minnesota.
Minnesota. Fucking A. It's on the Mississippi River. That's
Okay,
gonna.
yeah, I was gonna say
Ah, I just gotta start saying Missouri now too, just to make sure that everybody's really confused.
Montana.
Oh no, there's another M. Fuck.
So this story of the brother and sister, they're water skiing. She is like the natural water skier, so her brother drives her around. I don't know. During their day, at one
Oh my
point,
god, I forgot Michigan too.
oh my, that's right there,
And Maine. There's too many.
Massachusetts.
Oh my god.
Welcome to counting M named
This
states.
is just a geography lesson out of nowhere. Don't worry, it turns more into fish later.
So the girl at one point screams at the top of her lungs. So her brother pulled her on side. She said that there was a giant monster under the water, something in the
The
lake with her.
goofy
She
looking
says.
one?
I don't know that there was an image with this one.
No, I believe it was described as goofy looking or
Oh,
something. I can't remember.
maybe. Um, the girl was Shelly Shimbeno, and
Okay.
she was quoted by the Pioneer Press, I believe later, that it quote came right up to the boat. Oh boy, it came right up next to the ski boat. It scared me to death. The lake monster was black as night and longer than the boat. Adam, her brother, nearly 30 years later, would recount his story on the TV show Monsters and Mysteries in America. I didn't look for that though. If you've
Okay.
seen it, I don't know. Cool.
I suppose I'll have to check that one out. I did not catch that one either.
We did that one there. All right, so we need to get back to this guy, Moneybags.
Oh, Larry? We haven't talked about Larry at all yet.
No, yeah, we need to get. Not back to him. Get to him.
Yeah. Let's talk about Larry.
All right. So this
I want to be
man,
living like Larry. Is
it
Larry
shakes.
Nielsen?
Nielsen,
Okay,
I
so
think.
first thing you need to know about Larry Nielsen, he's the captain of a 125 passenger paddle wheelboat.
100 feet
Second
long.
second thing you need to know about him, he's the president of the Lake City Tourism Bureau.
Yes. And third, in 2008, he offered up $50,000 to anybody that could prove that the monster exists.
Quote, undisputable evidence that proves the existence of a real life creature living in Lake Pepin. The proof would need to be, quote, a good photo or skin or fin samples for DNA analysis. But hey, you guys, all you got to do is go get some of that and you get 50 grand. Like this
$50,000.
actively you can go do this. And furthermore, I mentioned he is the captain of a 125 passenger paddle wheelboat. You guys, I have a link here.
Could
If you
go
would like
for
to
a
book a
ride
trip
on
for
that.
Larry Nielsen's paddle wheelboat, I got a link for the homies. It's pearlofthelake.com. You can just go ahead and book yourself a tour right fucking there. If you want to go hang out with the man himself and fucking talk to him, cost you $17.
Yeah, I will give you
You're
$17.
stuck on a boat with him for 90 minutes for 17 bucks.
If you can prove to me by taking a selfie or something that you went on that boat ride, I will pay you $17.
I will
Reimburse you
reimburse
for
you
your
for
ride.
travels. I get it. It's only 3 hours and 45 minutes away. Connor, we got
But
a
we could
weekend
go.
trip. We fucking head
I
out.
don't know if I want to spend an hour and a half on a boat with that guy.
All right, well, we don't have to make it known at the very beginning of the trip that, like, you know what I mean? Like, that we're, like, poking and prodding. We can wait till, like, the last half hour and then start to try to chat with him about the weird shit.
Hey, you
But I'm
the
guessing
captain?
it's just gonna be a bunch of old ladies and stuff on the boat. Like, you know what I mean? What's it matter? Like, I think we're best off trying to get him to talk about that for as
Yeah.
long as possible. That's evergreen content right there, bud.
I'm just worried that he's, managing a giant 100-foot long, 125 person ferry and getting distracted.
I'm sorry, you realize
Could spin out
we
of
just
control.
passed the 4th of July weekend where like everybody's out on a boat drinking and lighting off fireworks.
I missed that.
Oh, okay. I mean, as we are like landlocked, so that does make sense why we wouldn't.
I mean, but people do that here.
They do.
At the lake.
So again, so there's, I guess he has received several people like, or several photos of people who are like trying to be like, hey, this photo, but like nothing's been good enough yet. One
course
guy
not.
sent him something, an image of like a 16 to 17 foot long like something underneath this guy's boat. He's got like the sonar on his boat, so there was something
Oh
big down
yes,
there.
somebody said
Send
something
him
about the
that,
sonar.
but
I didn't
like
see that.
I didn't see a picture of it, but I just saw like a brief mention of like somebody found like a 17 foot something in the water and sent him a thing.
Okay,
But
wasn't a stick.
no, I mean you get the radar, so it's like it'd show up. You'd be able to tell that it's a fish or whatever. I'm pretty sure those things are. I mean,
That
anymore, I don't know. It was 2008 that he offered that reward publicly, so that would have been within the last like 13 years. So the technology on those is pretty good, unless he's using something really dated. But even still, um, I'm relatively certain those are kind of the shit now.
but that wasn't good enough for the 500K, 50K.
That you need inconclusive evidence, like what is it? Indisputable evidence that provides the existence of the real creature living in there. So it would be like a good photo, like if you got it out of water and you took a fucking picture of it, it's like, bitch, this is a thing. Like you know what I mean? Like you're touching it and shit. Like, hey, there you go. Otherwise, like they need like, and if you have it at that point, like you get like skin and fin samples and send that in for DNA analysis, and that's what they're after. Like really, but like you know what I mean? Like just because it's like there's fish that are that big, you know. So I mean that's fucking big. Boy, I don't think there's fish that are that big. Now that I'm saying that, that's actually like way bigger than.
16 feet.
Yeah. So I have some stuff about this later, but the largest fish caught in the state of Minnesota, is 78 inches, which is like 6.5 feet. So this
Not
is like
quite
four
there.
times that size, 3 times that size. Uh, didn't really consider that when I had read this the first time, so that's a little bit more unsettling. But I didn't specifically look into catfish. I know those can get pretty big too, but like 17-foot catfish is fucking insane. That would also kind of be its own thing. Um, anyway,
Um,
oh,
Larry
so
needs.
provide false soundings if they hit some sort of debris. So apparently they can kind of be shitty, and it could just be like a fucking stick. And I'm just an idiot.
I wouldn't know. Should ask my boss. He knows things about fish. But anyway, so Nielsen not only is just offering this money, he believes he's seen it himself twice.
Yes.
His first encounter was back in 2003 when he was spending the day out on one of his boats with a couple of his friends. He states that the water was calm and nearly as smooth as glass, but out of the blue, he and his friends noticed a large wake, seemingly created by some unseen force, and it moved slowly upstream through the middle of the lake and was apparently 200 feet long and 3 feet high.
I had
But there was
seen
nothing.
200 feet long and 2 feet high. I had seen 100 feet long and 1.5 feet high. There are some variations in the size, as there is with every fisherman's tale here. Um, but they saw a notable size thing, you know, a wake.
A wake,
Um,
yes.
and then well, his other one was really good too, right?
So this
Oh no,
one
the wake was going upstream, which was weird about
upstream,
it. But
yeah,
so
weird.
there's another thing about that. I know that it was like a calm day and there wasn't a lot of boats out, but like if you have something big passing further away, like on another side, like that could displace water in a specific way, but like it's on a lake, so I don't know. That's tough. This other one though is hilarious in 2009. So yeah, from my notes, he said what he saw looked exactly like a log, only it wasn't a log because it was moving against the current.
Okay, so
That is what was what I saw.
Nielsen was driving on Highway 61 on his way to the docks when he noticed what seemed to be a 15 to 20 foot log, semi-submerged, moving through the water.
Is this the
Right?
one we have a
Normal?
picture of? Not now, but the other picture.
I don't think so. I
Okay.
don't know. He
Well,
didn't
we're
get
gonna
a
talk
picture.
about that picture next then.
So his thing was like, whoa, this log is moving upstream against the current. So he like pulls off the road and like grabs his camera and tries to run down to the shore and take a picture of it, but by the time he gets there, it's no longer there. It's disappeared. Do you want to go
Oh
talk to
fucking no.
this guy?
Dude, I would love to go talk to this guy. What do you mean? he was driving and saw a log in the water and pulled over to
Pulled
the
over
side
to
of the
take a
road,
picture of it.
sprinted to the water's edge to get a picture, but couldn't get there in time.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Boy, this is I don't know. I have another. I saw that he had claimed that there was many as 15 cases that could not be easily dismissed. I
Where?
did not. I did not then see a comprehensive list of these 15 events, but that was the number that he was quoted as saying.
Okay, in his defense, in Chad Lewis and Noah Voss's book,
Yes.
there are quite a few.
This was something I wanted to bring up as well. Stationary objects do give off the appearance of movement when the wind pushes against the water surface. Give them a wake. Thank you, the man that packs legend over here in chat.
Also, if you're moving, it could appear like they're moving
Yeah.
the wrong direction.
His perspective really just threw the whole thing off. Again, you gotta assume that he would have some kind of fucking understanding of that if he's like a boat captain, right? He
Right.
spends time
He
on
has
the water.
multiple boats, it said in like 2003 in that story. They're like one of his many boats. And it wasn't the Pearl of the Lake or whatever.
Um, yeah, I don't know. So I do have a couple of. Do you have anything else about Nielsen?
Nope.
In this regards to, okay, I do have like some descriptions, like in like very very general descriptions that I have. This is it's fucking insane. As much as like people are wanting to fucking talk about this, how little that they tell you what it looks like, it's fucking bullshit. So like just real quickly, some say it resembles an eel or a worm, while others say it looks more like Nessie, like you know.
Yeah.
So another there's another brief one that described it as a 30-foot creature with a snake-like head, which could kind of fit any of the previous descriptions that I just gave. And then I think Lewis, there's an article in 2014. I have him quoted here. People say they've seen a neck 8 feet out of the water. I did not see any of those people's
Nope.
stories specifically or photos of that. Let's talk about the sticks, Connor. Have we talked about the sticks yet? Did you bring up those pictures of the sticks?
I don't have the pictures of the sticks. But we did talk
So
about
if you
some
look,
sticks.
there's some pictures of the sticks, and it's just very clearly there is a stick in the water that somebody has taken a picture of. Then they got closer to the stick and took another picture of the stick, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's a lake monster." And so then, like, I think a couple days later, somebody fucking goes out with a boat and just like tows the stick out of the fucking lake. It's like, "Yep, it's just a stick." So, uh, you know,
Boy, I wish I had that one site with the.
oh, just
Here, I think this is W files. 100%. Here,
are you looking for
I got
the
it.
photos? I
Check
can
this
send
out.
them to you. I can find them quick.
This
You
is
got
the
the
picture
sticks?
of the stick.
All right.
Maybe this would be better.
It's just like, yeah, like
That's a stick.
it's just wood. Like that's just a log, right? Like that's not.
And I think this website specifically like demonstrates how they are driving their boat around the stick and taking pictures of it to make it look like it's moved.
Oh god. It's a see. Everybody in chat agrees.
Put a gray
It is
filter.
just
We
a
got
fucking stick.
Nessie.
Yep, it's a stick. Yeah, so there's a couple pictures of a stick, and then there's another series of photos of a couple of guys in a little boat out there, like tied just like a little fucking some tie downs to it and fucking tow it out. I was like, all right, boys, thank you for this. I really needed that one, so that was good. They had a festival as well.
They did.
Uh,
I didn't look to see if it was still ongoing.
the last one I saw was in 2015. I don't know if they've done any since, but 2015 was the last one that I saw was able to find. So maybe it doesn't happen anymore. But again, only $17, and you can take a ride on this man's boat.
If I'm ever in the area, I'm riding that man's boat.
Not a sponsor. Again, pearlofthelake.com.
Festival of the Sticks. We do love a good stick.
Where you at?
I have all the stories that I have in my notes. Done with those. Good.
I'm on to like I'm on to trying to debunk this at this point. Then, like,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you got anything you want to fucking start like
There's
a
some old
vlog on this
fish.
guy's boat? It'd be a good bit, and like realistically, like as far as like the things that we could accomplish, like that is like the like it's pretty minimal effort. Like 7 hours drive time total kind of sucks, but like that's no sweat. It's $17. So what, $34 in a few hours time? No, no worries. I think I'm into it.
I got some vacation in August.
We'll have to look into it. No, the other guy's gonna be here. Lewis is gonna be in Iowa in August. We have to go see Lewis in Marshalltown when he's here.
Oh, okay. Do you know, does that required? Because how much is that? We gotta pay.
It doesn't say. If it is, it's.
I
not
will
gonna
use
be.
Patreon money to purchase
Yeah, yeah, we
tickets.
can. No, this is stuff that like would be like, yeah, we
Worthy.
can use like our money for funding for this. This is good. I like that. All
We can
right.
be like,
Do you have any?
hey, Chad Lewis. Hey, we do a podcast. We mentioned your book a couple of times. We just wanted to come see your show.
Hey, Connor
And
read
then he
directly
just,
from your
yeah,
book.
yeah. And then we lawsuit.
Yeah. Okay. What if we could take Lewis on the boat ride
You don't
with
think Lewis has gotten on the
Nielsen?
boat?
I don't know.
I feel
I
like
don't
he
know.
would.
I never saw a co-interview with the two. Hear me out. He's gonna be in Minnesota for these other events. We just time out a day. We try to get these two together to have a conversation about it, and we're just gonna sit there and facilitate and ask a couple of stupid questions while they just continue talking.
Yes, like a press conference on the
Look,
Pearl of
as
the
as
River.
much of this stuff as they wanted to put out, they're either gonna want it to fucking be done and fucking buried and never want to talk about it. But Lewis wrote a book, so he has incentive to not do that, right?
Well, Lewis is the one like in
Nielsen's still got the
investigative
50K
journalism.
fucking.
This other guy is like known to have been the one to keep the Pepe story alive, and he
Well, and
drives a
again, he's
giant boat.
the president of the tourism board, so it's
Right.
just a thing like great. So there's people selling T-shirts and mugs and just
I believe he
miscellaneous.
also owns like I saw businessman, so I thought maybe he opened like a shack or something.
He's a
Also, in
businessman
addition,
with a business plan,
yeah, riding boats around
doing
around
everything
lake
that a
monsters.
businessman can.
What do you think it is?
Okay, so whenever fucking lake monster is mentioned, one of the first explanations everybody fucking shouts out is a sturgeon.
Seal.
Seal is also on there. Otters. You know, you're in the lake, so you're gonna be
Yeah.
jumping around. So like, okay, like
Other
what like
aquatic animals.
yes. So I'm relatively certain I have discussed sturgeon on this show before, but I am going to fucking do it at length. So let's fucking go. So technically, it refers to 27 different species of fish dating as far back as the late Cretaceous period. So I'm pretty. They look like these fucking ancient ass dinosaurs. Real fucking cool. You don't know what they look like? Check it out. The
Yeah,
largest
pulling it
sturgeon
up.
on record was a female, documented in 1829, measuring 24 feet in length and weighing nearly 3,500 pounds. Males usually don't live as long, usually around 50 to 60 years. Females can reach much higher ages. The oldest on record lived to be 152 years old.
And they've been around for 200. They have been
Million,
around for 48 million years, I believe.
a long time. Those are some
Yeah.
old ass fish. So while sturgeon are present in the lake, the argument is that nearby pollution and dams had decimated the populations in previous years. And while they had been making a comeback, the biggest sturgeon that you would find there would be like 40 pounds, like max, according to this Twin Cities Pioneer Press article from 2008. However, in 2019, a man by the name of Darren Trosseth pulled a 78-inch sturgeon, which is 6.5 feet, from St. Croix River, making it the largest fish ever caught and documented in the state of Minnesota. The St. Croix River empties into the Mississippi River at Prescott, Wisconsin, roughly 34 miles upstream of Lake Pepin.
Okay.
The man estimated the fish weighed around 120 pounds, but a similar fish was caught in the Detroit River this year, 2021, that was only 4 inches larger. It was like 6 foot 10 inches, but it weighed 240 pounds. So I believe that Darren may have underestimated the weight of the fish, or again, because sturgeon technically refers to whatever the 27 different
Variety of
species of
fishes.
fish, then maybe there's a different one that's like twice as girthy. Also, January of 2020, a teenager caught a 72-inch sturgeon in the Pine City area of Minnesota. Looking at the map, there is a few lakes in this area connected by the Snake River, which runs into the St. Croix River. Again, at the top of that, where it runs down into the Mississippi River, 30 miles upstream of the lake that we are fucking talking about right now. I would say that at the very least, this would facilitate as proof that there are large sturgeon in the area, unless there is something that is keeping them from entering this lake. But 30 miles north of there, the river, that St. Croix River, empties into the Mississippi River. So to me, that's fucking right there.
Did you see these beluga sturgeons or great sturgeons?
Yeah, that's specifically,
Or
that
yeah,
was
that
the
one, that
biggest one on
silver
record.
one.
Yeah, the one that was the female, um, documented in 1829, 24 feet in length and nearly 3,500 pounds.
Huge.
Massive, absolutely insane, very cool. Also, was it somebody was
Some
saying muskies as well specifically? That's a username, 100% girthy fish. Okay, buddy. Muskies are also pretty big fish as well. I don't have a ton of research on muskies. I do, however, have a little bit more on mentioning the long-nosed gar, and it's worth a mention of catfish. Both can reach some pretty large sizes as well. And then worth noting that you could get like an occasional alligator or bull shark in those waters. They've been documented as far north as Illinois, which is fucking insane to me. But like in the grand scheme of things, like it's not far enough north to be in this lake. But in the grand scheme of things, like if a fucking shark or an alligator made it from the Gulf of Mexico up to Illinois, like I'm willing to bet that they can make it another 150 miles up to Minnesota if they fucking wanted to. Um, Also looking into this, so bull sharks have this weird thing where they can like, they have like this fin by their ass that helps retain salt, and their kidneys recycle it or something, so they can live in freshwater. Um, Theoretically, they can live in freshwater indefinitely, but in experiments, it was the longest was 4 years that a bull shark could survive in freshwater. So just fucking take that into consideration and never want to fucking touch water ever again. Um, but like the other argument to that is if I saw a shark or an alligator anywhere in the world, I would be aware that it was a shark or an alligator. I don't think just because I was like, huh, that doesn't belong here, that's not, you know what I mean? I would just like think it was something else.
What about
That
an
seems.
alligator gar? Did you talk about those already?
I mentioned the long nose gar briefly. I don't. Alligator gar is very similar, but I believe the nose, like the mouth, is longer. They have like very long, like snouts. They
And
kind of look like a fucking alligator mouth on the end of a fish. They got like teeth and yeah, it's just some big ass fish. And part of that's what you got a fucking nose that's 2 feet long too. But um, oh, because you sent me that video of homie that had a couple
pet
of
gars.
those pet alligator gars in his fucking tub. That's a known fact in Florida. Like, yeah, that's actually real. Oh no, I'm frozen. Okay, we're back. Again, so there's this other fucking argument that comes up when you talk about this. I mean, so otters again, a possibility. Um, from like the standpoint of like, cool, you have like an otter head, and then like when they follow each other around, that's kind of what creates like the arches that you would see, like the classic like sea monster photo. But I don't know. I mean, technically, like it could be possible, but I don't.
a couple of
I can.
long-necked seals.
Okay, yeah, so that's the other thing we gotta fucking talk about too. Is this argument for that these sea creatures could be this extinct or undiscovered long-necked seal, something like this Acophoca, which is thought to have been an ancestor of a leopard seal, or is actually just a kind of monk seal that went extinct like 5.3 million years ago. Basically, just a seal that is like not quite as good at swimming, but has like a longer and more flexible neck. Like that's fucking it. Um, I could see how this would give you like that shape that you're looking for, like in this photo, like it would, but like the problem is it's been extinct for 5 million years. Like I know we've talked about things that have been extinct and like actually aren't. Like the coelacanth is that example of like, hey, like we thought this thing was extinct for fucking ever. Millions of years. We thought it was gone for millions of years. And it's like, nah, it's fucking fine. It's here. Why is my shit freezing? Is everything okay? Did we fucking crash? Don't tell me we died.
I'm here. I don't know.
YouTube's frozen as fuck on my end. Hopefully that's still going. Um, yeah, see, Zach's a little laggy. I think it's fucking okay. He said we good, so hopefully we're still chilling. Okay. So again, extinct for 5 million years. Seals are not native to the area. As far as I can tell, there has never been one just like found in the area. Um, again, like coelacanth, great, but seals are marine mammals, not fish. They have to surface for air, and as previously mentioned, they're not the best swimmers. Like they did swim, but they would stay to the shallows, making them like easier to spot if you're like looking for something. So I don't know if like that one's interesting to me too. And if it's a shark or an alligator that's up in fucking Minnesota, like that's a fucking cryptid in and of itself. Like that's not supposed to be there. It's not native to the area. So
Does not belong.
there
These
is
seals
some
also
possible
don't have long
things.
enough necks, I don't think.
I don't think so either. But again, like I'm really, and the only photo that I'm seeing is like with a neck is that one specific one. And then there's like allegedly like a reference to those, but like I never saw any other ones. And like what the fuck? So like the only other thing is like that one photo kind of like everybody's talking about it. It's like, oh, it's a whale dick, which like, yeah, great. Like, okay, like whales. I tried looking that up. Whales do not have the ability to survive in fresh water for any like actual amount of time, and it does kind of also slightly resemble a fin, but it's kind of like not quite. You know, it looks like a weird fin, and you'd think that there'd be like a tail too if it was that high up, and you'd like see the tip. So I don't know.
Yeah, but it's got a horizontal tail.
I mean, oh, the shark or
Sharks do
the
not
the
have
seal?
horizontals, they have vertical tails.
Vertical. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying that the it
If it
looks like
had a
a fin
vertical tail,
in that
yeah.
other photo, sort of.
But it could be a dorsal fin
So
and have a
yes.
horizontal
So
tail.
I would also expect to see the tail, but the dorsal fin doesn't quite look like a dorsal fin, right? Like it does look more like a head. I mean, there's also the possibility like, hey, like this is just like fucking faked or just like a fucking stick out
This
there,
isn't
or
real.
you know what I mean? Like, and also like, great, it's a photo of a lake. Like, I don't know that it was actually taken at what lake it was
Yeah.
taken at, or you know what I mean? I'm taking the word of these articles and this other stuff too, so it's fucking taking everything with a grain of salt, but like,
Probably just some sticks. Maybe a log.
fucking
Could
look,
be
I'll
just a
be honest with
fish.
you. A sturgeon is insane. Like those fish are crazy looking. You catch a 6.5 foot fish, that's crazy. You told me the thing could get up
100%.
to 24 feet and live 152 years? Nah, man, that's mental.
No, that'd probably eat
Bullshit.
me in one bite.
I don't know. I have no idea.
24 feet long? I'm 5'8".
Well, yeah, but like, I don't
It's
know
got a
how.
6-foot mouth.
Does it?
Probably.
I don't know the size of the
Sturgeon's
like.
mouth hole.
Does it right? Like you reach a point where like it doesn't like get any bigger. It's just growing longer. Is it just like you know what I mean? Like, is it really getting like? It's not like its head's gonna continue growing, is it? God, I have no idea how fish work.
They just keep growing. They
Just
run out of
proportionally, they just
room.
continue growing until they
Yep.
have fucking can't. They just continue growing. No, surely that's not how that would work because the ocean would just be like one big fish at this point, right?
Maybe it is. Oh man. There's a new. That's next week's cryptid.
And,
The ocean as a single cryptid.
I have I don't know, man. I'm very confused at this point. Like I don't want to like I don't believe that there's actually like a fucking like a monster there other than like hey, there's a fucking big ass fish or something, you know? Like I don't think there's I don't know. This one's a no for me.
Yeah, I don't buy that there's a plesiosaur or anything
As
out of the
much as I
norm.
fucking want there to be, but like as like look, if one was gonna be somewhere, like Loch Ness has like way more fucking arguments for like there's more fucking spots for that thing to be or something to be because of the depths of that, and then there's like all the other like fucking canals and the
Caverns
weird
and
shit that run off. Yeah, yeah,
possibly
yeah.
going
Like
to the ocean. Yeah.
yeah, that shit's insane. Like that one, that's gonna be a fucking episode when we fucking do that one, man. Like Jesus Christ. But with this one being, I mean, I guess technically like this does run to the ocean too, right? If you follow the river, like
Yeah.
you'll come out the Gulf of Mexico and fucking shoot out into the ocean. But
Yeah.
um,
That
it's
is
just
true. It
it's
would.
not as deep, you know. It's a fucking 70, 90 feet at the deepest point.
Yeah, it's not as deep. The lake's not as deep. The river has many obstacles to get through to get to the ocean or get from the ocean to the river. Like it's just near
I mean, that's
impossible to get that far up the Mississippi as a very large animal, fish,
I mean,
whatever.
I mean, if, again, the size you're fucking talking about here is what? How big do they think this is? Like,
16 feet. I'm based on that one story.
which one story? Oh, because it
With
was longer than the boat.
skiing, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
16, 20 feet.
That's a big fish.
How long is a bus?
50,
Really?
I think so. Like a school bus.
Yep.
How long is a school bus?
20 to 45 feet.
Oh, 20 to 25 feet. Yeah, or 25 to 35 feet, or 20 to 45 feet. Hmm.
Yes, I
20 to
agree
25 feet
with.
are considered short, while buses that are 25 to 35 feet fall into the mid, and then full size is 35 feet, over 35 feet. So
Mhm.
roughly 45 feet. So yeah, about the size.
35 to 45.
It's the size of a small bus. If it's 16 feet, right?
Yeah.
So do you think this is deliberately faked?
I don't feel that it necessarily started out as deliberate. I do feel that our buddy Nielsen is playing it up to get tourists to come to the
Yeah,
lake
that's I
and
mean that's
ride
the
his
whole point,
boat
right?
and
That's his fucking job.
100%.
And we're fucking falling into it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, we'll be there. Let me ride in your boat. But I don't think it started out initially as
I mean,
a
I would like to believe too that like the people are like a lot of the reports like you know genuinely people are seeing something, but it's just like
they're
you know
misidentifying
and,
something.
and the perspective of being out of water and seeing a fish that is in the water below, like it would look bigger than if it was out of water. Correct? Is that how that works?
I don't know.
think.
It looks bigger underwater than it is out of water. Yes.
Yeah. So if it's, you know, if it's a big ass fish that fucking scared you, like, yeah, I would honestly, if there's a fucking 16-foot fucking fish in the water, get me out of there. That's terrifying. No way.
If there's a 2-foot fish in the water, I'm getting out of the water.
Eh.
Like something that's half the size of me, I'm good.
Oh, I mean, it's gonna depend on the kind of fish for sure, but
Alligator gar comes at my leg, 3 feet long. Peace, bud.
I don't. I,
Get
that
me back
thing's
in the boat.
nose is so fragile, though. I think you just break that thing's
You
fucking
think?
face if you
Punch it
need
in the
to.
nose like a shark?
Oh no, I think you just grab it and just break it like a
Okay.
stick. You just snap.
Just want to nibble your toes. You have to find my OnlyFans.
Excuse me. Yeah. I mean, I'm off the fence. I don't think that there's anything there other than a tourist trap. Um, boy, I think we got to get out sometime and try to go see Larry. I think we
Living
got to
like
go see
Larry. Can
Larry.
we get Living Like Larry t-shirts when we go out there?
Sure, man. I'll make some living like Larry t-shirts for us.
Yeah, sketch it up.
All right. I don't remember if we even fucking posted polls last time.
We sure didn't. They called us out, and then we
Oh
still didn't.
no.
So,
Oh no, I really didn't post it.
sorry, bud.
I could have sworn that I did. Fuck, I definitely
Leprechauns
didn't.
rake.
Oh, it would have been Leprechauns and Jeff, or Rake and Jeff. It would
That's a
have been
good
Rake and
question.
Jeff, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Well, I mean, it would definitely be the Rake on that one, but
If you want to
so
know
this
who
is
would win,
Pepe and Jeff.
yeah,
Geff. What's his name? I don't remember. Was it Jeff?
it was Geff. Jeff.
It was Geff. Jesus Christ, I don't
I
remember.
don't remember.
It's been 2 months.
It's been a couple months. Geff the mongoose versus Peppy. Who do you think?
Mongoose is kind of savage, though, right?
They do be kind of savage, and they fight snakes.
You're talking like 16, 17 feet long, though.
Yeah, yeah. This one could fit in the. This mongoose could fit in the wall.
Oh, but yeah, he was like magic, right?
He was a magic talking mongoose.
I kind of want to go with Jeff just because I like him better. I want to go with the mongoose.
If it was a honey badger, then maybe. But I think I have to go with the
That's
log
probably
in the water.
That's probably the smart play, but in my mind, it's just a stick, so I'm having a hard time. Fucking definitely we'll make sure that we post these this time for this one. So if you oh, it looks like Connor's posted that right now, probably.
Thanks, Nathaniel. What is this one?
Peppy?
Oh, Peppy.
Pea pie.
Darn, there's not a mongoose emoji. Should I post polls from last time too? Oh boy.
He said to do it, so I guess
Nathaniel
do
is
it.
Boss.
Well, let us know what you guys think about pea pie here, and head on over to social media, and you can answer the polls that we forgot to post last time, and the polls that we posted this time for this episode, and we'll read those results on the next episode. Oh, apparently there's a live exorcism on TikTok right now. I don't have TikTok. Just reading chat, sorry. This fucking cat will not leave me alone, and it's kind of driving me crazy. Post, yeah, Nathaniel, you got a link? You could post it in Discord. I think Zach was in there too. Zach's Stone Mantis, yeah? Yeah, Stone Mantis, yeah. Zach's in the Discord. Someone said it in the Discord. Oh, I just wasn't paying attention. Oh, Whisper was in chat too. So where's the link, homies? Let's fuck. We're still live here.
On my
You got a
way.
link? I'll pull it up. There's no link yet. It's somebody. Oh, here it is. All right, hold up.
I have to log into TikTok to see this.
Oh, oh.
Exorcistry.
And I'm out.
Is this the one or?
No. You are a child of God and a speaker.
Make it stop. Thank God that wasn't playing through my speakers. Sorry to all of you guys, though. Oh, boy.
Oh, fuck.
All right, we'll let you go watch that on your own
Yeah,
time.
you can go and watch somebody being overcome with God's love anytime.
Got
That was
else?
the link, brother.
Oh,
that was what you mean.
Did sound like porn.
It did sound like it. No. If you followed the link, that is the video. Overcome by God's love after being set free is the
part 1.
Part 1. That was the audio from that thing. Hilarious. I got nothing else. That's a fucking bit to end on though. Hilarious.
Before we go though, we have to thank our very generous patrons on Patreon.
I knew one after we didn't fucking do anything for a month and a half. What a legend.
We still got Chamomile Cat and Angel. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nathaniel, of course, you're a legend.
Chamomile Cat was here in chat briefly.
Bearfact Man, Thomas P, Raven, Lydia.
A lot of
Atticus,
these people are
our
here
new
Atticus,
person.
yes.
Still top down, Levi Dies / David.
Thank you, everybody.
Patreon.com/CountingCryptids. Check it out, and we'll feel bad about not posting for 2 months.
And then post more episodes.
That's how it works.
I think we're trying to get back on the ground here. So
you're appreciate y'all.
Thank you again, everybody, being in chat today. Appreciate you guys coming. Fucking a decent amount of you here for a little while. So fucking really appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out in chat. Thanks a lot. And everybody else just for, fucking listening and whatever. No.
And
I guess I didn't fucking mention we record. No, I mean at the start kind of briefly.
I did say something.
We do record every episode live on YouTube. If you are just listening to this on your podcatcher, you head on over to youtube.com/CountingCryptidsPodcasts, that subscribe button, and then just come hang out in chat when we record a live episode like once every 2 weeks. About it,
Or
I mean, at this point, it was
months.
like once every 2 months. So, it's not super often, not pushing a ton of notifications your way. It's pretty low key. So, you can go hit that subscribe button for us, and it would really help us out and really appreciate it. So, thank you guys.
I hope to see you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Take care.
Adios.